normally people want people to die because there's too many people on the planet, so this should work out for them.
Why do they want people to die?
Because they feel that the overpopulation of the planet is causing irreparable harm to the environment.
But that's why they like abortion, too, then, I would imagine.
Right.
And by the way, we never talk about that. I think abortion's great. Now, I don't think you should be killing some fucking kid who could survive out of the womb, and I guess they still, they're still open to debate how young a fetus can be before survive, out in the open air, But I don't want to see him taking any babies that could live outside the womb. But you know what? Abortion's okay. What do you want to have a bunch of kids no one wants? You know what I mean? Someone's got to take care of them fuckers.
No, I think there ought to be.
It's also
they should have post-birth abortion.
Well, I don't know about that.
Up until 30, you can kill your own kid.
I think there'd be a lot of dead motherfuckers. I think you're right. That'd be one way to control the population right there. There'd be a lot of people not growing up to fucking spawn more. You know what I mean?
Say you got the kid in the basement and he won't leave and all he does is watch TV. Well, could be time to pull the old plug.
How about tell him to go outside and fucking get some air, first of all? Thank Christ I don't.
Before you kill him?
Thank God I don't have. Either of my kids never had any interest in video. It's probably because I didn't have them in the house. You know what I mean?
No, I'm talking about, somebody who's 26 and just laying in bed all day and watching TV.
Listen, been there. You know what I mean? Up until recently. Although I didn't watch a lot of TV in bed.
Well, you're lucky there wasn't post-birth abortion.
Watched a lot of porn on my phone in bed. You know what I'm saying?
But
I don't know if my mother would have had the guts to abort me.
You mean after you were born?
Yeah. She was definitely more likely to abort me after I'm born.
It's probably the legal question that had her the most flustered.
I don't know.
You know what I mean,
that.
Al?
I don't think
she probably wasn't worrying too much about getting rid of you. It's the going to jail part.
She's not against doling out a good ass whipping, but just stopping short of death. You know what I mean?
Well, I think somebody has to come along.
Remember when your dad used to beat you with the belt? Remember that?
He never hit me.
Your father never hit you?
No,
My father used to beat the shit out of me.
He wasn't a hitter. He
really?
Just verbally abused you till you felt like shit about yourself.
Just fucking mentally pummeled you.
And then you went and beat yourself with a belt.
Right. To feel better.
I mean? Kind of like the...
to feel...
What are those priests that walk around and fucking hit themselves in the back? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know if they're priests.
Yeah.
When you say priest, I think Catholic.
Yeah, there's a.
I'm picturing like Hare Krishna type dudes doing that.
No, there's a part of the Catholic Church where
some order of fucking monk.
Yeah, they
or some
wear
shit.
they wear.
Oy vey, with the skirts, those guys.
Yeah, they've got like a belt of spikes around their leg that they tighten up, and they beat themselves in the back with the.
So they could suffer like Christ. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Who incidentally did suffer, if you believe in that sort of thing.
Well,
I mean, Christ.
They used to do a lot of bad things to people back then.
Oh, I mean,
it wasn't like crucifixion just happened at Christ. They used to do it.
Oh yeah, no,
that was like a
common
daily thing.
And never mind daily, it was done for a long time.
And they'd stick them up and take 3 or 4 days for you to die.
Yeah, baby.
It wasn't a lot of fun.
If you're lucky, you get a little sip of wine from a sponge.
Well, I think what they should do with abortion is decide whether you're killing a baby or not. And when I say they, people in the know. Is it a baby or is it just a lump of cells?
They are,
and I'm not qualified to speak on that.
Yeah, I guess if you have no regard for human life, you probably don't mind abortion. Although those fucking animals over there in the fucking Middle East there,
well, you can't.
They
say
probably
that.
don't believe in abortion, and they fucking value life very little too. So because it's a tough one, that abortion. I think it's a good thing. It's like to me, it's a personal liberty thing as well. I don't want the fucking government telling me I can or can't do anything. Never mind, much less if I'm a woman, which I'm not. So I'm maybe. Here's the other thing. Maybe guys shouldn't even talk about abortion. Yeah, it affects everybody. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's the woman's body. And that's what I think. And I think they should get to choose if they want to get an abortion. However, you know, honey, if you're 7 months along, maybe you should
that's the
think
problem.
about going the distance.
You're going back and forth with yourself.
Yeah.
And you're saying, well, you know, at this point, and so somebody's got to
Well,
say.
I think that there's a scientific point where the fucking thing is viably able to just be a functioning fucking person eventually. Now, no baby is functioning until they're fucking 3 or whatever. But
if the thing is like, if it looks like a baby, even though it couldn't breathe on its own, is it a baby? Even though it couldn't function outside the mother's body?
It's a fetus. It's a fetus. It's not. It's a fucking fetus.
So
they call it a fetus right up until it's fucking born, by the way.
See,
they call it a fucking fetus. Doctors who have to be
these religious people that go and protest, who I'm not amongst them.
Oh, I saw you protesting with your fellow church members the other day, Joe.
Yes, but that was against black cock.
No.
The deal is, these people really believe that this is a human being upon conception. So they believe you're killing a baby.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
their belief.
Right. That's about fucking 10% of the world.
So you have every right to get hoovered, but I think so does the person. They have every right to say, you know, you're a murdering scumbag.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
It will be an eternal debate. That's all.
Well,
for as long as people are able to have spirited,
I honestly don't
debate
care.
And discussion.
I mean, you know what? It's not my kid.
It seems like you're annoyed with the subject. Actually,
no,
what, you got a headache or something?
No, I'm not annoyed at all. But it's just a, you know what it is?
It's a shit subject. That's what it is. It's not happy.
Somebody has to say, this is when the fetus goes from fetus to baby.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I think there are people out there who have a fucking number on it. But, you know, we're talking about human beings, and every person's different. So you can't tell me.
No, I think you need a group of...
You need a rule of thumb is what you're saying.
Group of doctors that get together and say, this is when, you know, there's brain activity and there's fucking shit going on, and this is a person. Even though its lungs aren't developed and, you know, might not live outside the womb without some extra careful shit. I think there ought to be, you know, if that's where they want to go. Otherwise, you can suck the kid out, you know, just before he's about to be born and crush his head with a fucking meat cleaver. And,
eek.
You know, call it a partial birth abortion.
Call it a fucking day.
I believe that's what they. I believe that's what they do in some places. You know, and I don't know whether that's any good, but I haven't watched one. I don't go on TV or on YouTube. I don't want to see it. I really don't, because I think it would be upsetting.
Well, yeah, no, the whole subject's sad. I mean, it's sad. You know,
I don't
it's
think
not a happy subject.
Well, and I don't think any woman's, you know, walking around with a T-shirt that says, "I got an abortion today."
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm so proud I got an abortion. I don't think there's any woman that's happy about this.
No, and I hate the whole argument. Well, people use abortion as birth control. No, they don't. Maybe there's a lady or two out there.
Well, we're
talking maybe,
you know,
a micro faction.
If you're a whore out there fucking, you should at least have a good supply of those morning after pills, right?
Even those are vile, man. I guess they make you violently ill.
Yeah, but at least the kid, you know,
you're
getting rid of the thing, but when it's a few cells.
Well, that's why birth control pills rule too, by the way. I like those, except they
fuck with the women.
They fuck with their fucking their hormonal
shit.
It causes
when they get older. Bunch of problems.
Yeah, they haven't figured that one out yet. I guess there's one that goes in the arm that's better. My wife got little plastic or something shit fucking fillers for her fallopian tubes. She had an operation.
Was it like a fishing line bobber?
I mean, I'm picturing it more cylindrical, but
It's not a fishing
she got
line,
the
Barbara.
go ahead last week. She got it a couple months ago,
It's a
and
plastic worm.
they said last week that that her fucking those fallopian tubes are 100% fucking backfilled. Nothing's getting out, nothing's going in.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they backfilled with?
The little plastic thing.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm reading here a study: marijuana farming destroying environment.
Why?
I don't know.
Extra CO2.
I don't know. 30